not journalism anymore. It's
No.
sensationalism. You have 10 words on an ESPN front page to try and denote what a story is about to tell you. And how do I get the most clicks on this article just written?
Yeah.
I better make it the craziest fucking headline possible.
Yeah.
Just because if you click on that and you're on the page for 1 second, that counts as a page view.
But what they didn't understand, I think they recognize now that there's new leadership at CNN, was that diminishes
CNN
public's
Plus,
trust.
or-
CNN Plus doesn't exist anymore. It was a great idea, but unfortunately they lost $300 million in 10 days, and so they pulled the plug. So weird, because I thought it was going to take off.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to pay for something that no one watches for free? What a fucking genius idea. I would like to have been in the meeting with those people and just sit down and go, hey guys, look, I know you and I don't see eye to eye on things, but unless you want to lose a lot of fucking money, this is a terrible idea. If you want to make CNN Plus free, and then
You should be a consultant.
build up advertising revenue ultimately and eventually, yeah. But I think the people that are running CNN now are pretty wise. This is why they got rid of Brian Stelter and everybody else is on the chopping block, because they recognize like that this is bad for their bottom line. You can't have people lose all faith and trust that you're objective. And the editorializing that they were doing is so piss poor. You have these dorks, these people without good social skills, and they're not interesting and they're not likable. And they're the ones that are telling you what you should think. That's crazy. People don't like that. And so CNN recognizes that now. And now they've started to, get rid of those people. And they want to put in old school objective journalists that are just talking about the facts. 'Cause that's what CNN should be.
Well, they need Trump back. And what else are they going to talk about?
Well, there's plenty of things to talk about. The problem is that was their business model.
That was.
You look these independent people. When you look at like Breaking Points with Crystal and Sagar and Jimmy Dore and all these other people that have these independent political shows that are objective, they give their opinions. I mean, they certainly editorialize, but they're independent. And because we know they're independent, we know at least if I agree or disagree, or like or dislike, at least I know that that's coming from this person. When you would hear these other people talk, you would say, like, you've been given a specific mandate, whether it's from the producers or the executives or whatever. Your organization has a very specific slant, and you're ignoring reality in order to push this slant. And then when people find out that they ignored reality, or they find out that this information is biased and that you've excluded stuff that's contrary to your opinion, then people lose trust in it, and then the ratings drop off radically. They had built this fucking entire business, unfortunately, during the 2016 election on talking about what an asshole Trump was. And they made that asshole president. I mean, it's a real argument that they made him president.
Backfire.
Oh, it's a terrible backfire. But that's what he's great at. He's great at using the media and manipulating them in that way and making them talk about them. Yeah, fake news. Have you seen Jamie Foxx's impression?
It's incredible.
Holy shit. Go to Jamie Foxx. I thought that fucking Shane Gillis had a good Trump impression.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx is the most fucking talented guy that's ever lived.
I agree.
He's so goddamn talented.
And JT. Justin Timberlake's up there as well.
Yeah, but he can't do this. He can't do stand-up. Let me see.
He's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop Dogg, Double Cheek, great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love Death Row. I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news. I love Death Row.
What's your favorite Death Row record, Mr. Trump?
All of them. All of the Death Row records. Don't try to pin me down. I see what he just. Excuse me.
Fake news.
Excuse me.
Fake news.
Fake news.
It gets better.
They tried to give me the virus. I beat the virus. They tried to give me the virus. Like, who is they? I beat the virus. They were like, fuck yeah. He beat it. Trump, what?
Goddamn, he's talented.
He's talented.
His fucking impressions are incredible.
Yeah.
But I think that, that's part of the problem is that, like what he just said, where all the dummies are like, yeah! Finally, the dummies have a leader. Like he hit a very specific frequency. I'm not saying that all the people that supported Trump are dummies, but I'm saying that all the dummies supported Trump. There's this. No, that's not true either, because there's a lot of dummies on the left.
Yeah.
But these dummies on the right, the ones that just like want a very fucking clean, specific 3-word narrative, and they, keep America great again. Like that. Those people, boy, he found their fucking vibration, and he's clung to it, and he's now that he realized, but now that we all realize that that's possible, and they've woken up this, group of people that were previously not politically active, it becomes an issue.
Yeah. I agree, but I don't believe that systems can change until you create alternate systems. Like systems just don't just change from the inside, unless having a 2-party system is one of the craziest fucking things ever. When you have how many people live in the States?
330, right? 330 million?
And you can really only back one of 2 parties.
Yeah.
Because no third party candidate, independent's ever going to win.
The only one that had a chance was Ron Paul. If Ron Paul went independent, because Ross Perot did it. I mean, Ron Paul was a Republican, but I think that if you had like a guy like that was saying things that resonated with a large swath of people, and he decided to go independent. But Ross Perot did that. When I was a kid, Ross Perot was running for president, and he took
the election from
Bush Sr., and that's how Clinton won. Because a lot of people that would have voted for Clinton, they were thinking that he made more sense. Because he took out an entire block of time on network television. That's how wealthy he was. He's like, NBC, I'm going to buy you out for an hour. And he just went on television and explained how the Federal Reserve work and the tax codes work and all this. He's like, here's how you're getting fucked. And he did it on television. And that was terrifying to people, and they actually changed the standards for debates. They raised the amount of votes that you had to get to participate in debates.
So you couldn't have a third party.
So you couldn't have a guy come in and fuck up their rigged game.